Well, guess what? Today was the big day. A couple of these babies literally look like they're dead. This past year has been a whirlwind. We've had some major ups and downs, but through it all, you have been my anchor.
Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun!
I get the lucky chance of doing it in the head, so I'm the first one on. I love it. This is gonna be awesome. Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I just wanted to start the day out showing you how amazing these little baby frillies are. They're about, what, a month and a half old, and I tell you what, when they hatched out, they were so frail, they were so tiny, and I was kind of definitely concerned because we had never bred frilled dragons before, but after a month and a half, they are growing like weeds. They're absolutely amazing, and much like Nova, we've been handling them all the time so they can stay really habituated to handling. I absolutely love these guys, and to breed frillies for the first time was really exciting. And speaking of exciting, I actually have a message to Robert from Arkansas, from Desiree, later in the vlog, something I've never done before. And of course, Nova is a frilled dragon. For you guys that don't know the backstory of Nova, I actually had someone a couple years ago contact me and say, I've got this frilled dragon and it's so mean, we can't even handle it. Is there any way that you would take it? And literally the day I went and picked up Nova, he was absolutely puppy dog tame. We kept him in the offices at BHB until we opened here at the Reptarium, and he was just like one of the best pets. I mean, you could see he is so incredible. The only time he ever frills up is when we take Night Fury out by him. He does not like Night Fury. The fact that we were able to breed him to Eric and Mary's female frilly, Lilith, it was absolutely incredible to get 4 eggs. We hatched 4 babies, but you guys may remember that there was a second clutch of 7 eggs. Well, guess what? Today was the big day. And that's right, today is the day. Unbelievable. I was a little bit surprised, to be honest with you, because these hatched about 2 weeks earlier in incubation than the first clutch, but we had 7 eggs. You can see these little eggs right here. They are so absolutely cute, these 7 eggs, and guess what? All 7 babies hatched. Now, what's really interesting about bearded dragons and frilled dragons when you hatch them is that you can see right here, a couple of these babies literally look like they're dead. And I remember the first clutch hatching, and there was 1 or 2 babies that hatched out, and they looked just like this, and I was like, oh my God, they hatched and they died. But that's just the way they are. Bearded dragons do this, frilled dragons, they'll actually kind of look like they're dead. I'm not exactly sure. We've got 1, 2, 3 of them that are just kind of laying there lifelessly. But again, when you pick them up, you can see they'll move around and they'll be completely fine. And with our experience with bearded dragons in the past and now frilled dragons with the first clutch, they within a day or so, they just pop up, and you can see this one was laying like it was almost like unconscious, and now it's just hanging on to my finger like nothing. I have no idea why they do that, but then there's some that are absolutely already out and unbelievably adorable. It's just like the first clutch. I forgot how small they actually were. Their heads are so disproportionate to their body. So it is amazing that we literally had 11 good eggs this year, 4 from the first clutch, 7 from the second clutch, and we have 11 perfectly great little healthy babies. And look at, they're starting to run around. This was the one that was laying kind of lifeless just a minute ago. It's already cruising around like everything. And just look at these things. I'm going to go ahead and just put them all on here. And again, I want to habituate them as soon as I possibly can to handling. I think it worked for the first clutch when we started handling them literally right out of the egg, that they got used to it. Again, these are the 2 last little babies right here that are kind of acting like lifeless like right now. And again, see, just like that, you know, for whatever reason, you can almost see they'll like kind of flip around, they'll act like they're like, and all of a sudden, look at, head starts to pop up, they start to act like normal, and then they're running around. I have no idea. Oh, now they're all over the place. See this guy? He's already running around like crazy. I tell you, it's just weird. I have no idea. Oh, now they're trying to escape. Don't go anywhere, little buddy. Where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, little buddy. They are absolutely adorable. Eric and Mary aren't here today. I know they're going to be over the moon when they see these little babies. The fact that we had 4 last time was awesome, but now that we have 7 little babies running around, it is absolutely incredible. Nova did a great job. Lilith did a great job. Looks like that's it for clutches. I don't think Lilith is going to have another clutch this year. It's possible, but very doubtful. We'll gear up for next year, and as for these babies, we'll probably just keep raising them up. But just for you guys, I want to actually compare the size so you can see that just in a month and a half, how big they've actually grown. And there it is, guys. Look at the size difference, literally in only about 6 weeks from this older one to the baby here. I'm just dying because these guys are so absolutely cute. I can't wait to get them set up. We'll probably set them up exactly like we set the first babies up because they did so darn well. We'll put them in a communal kind of tank, eventually probably having to separate them out. Deciding what to do with these guys, I'm not 100% sure. We kind of share the clutches with Eric and Mary, so together we'll probably keep them all. I'm not 100% sure, but I know I am just so happy that we finally bred these guys and had such an unbelievably successful year. As I mentioned earlier in the vlog, I had something that I've never done on this vlog before. And let me go ahead and set this up. Desiree and Robert from Arkansas are people that watch my vlog. Thank you for your support, by the way. And Desiree reached out to me and wanted to kind of convey a message to Robert, and I figured why not do it. It's something cool. Let me go ahead and read it to her. Now remember, this is Desiree reading to Robert. So Robert, perk up and listen up right now, okay? This past year has been a whirlwind. We've had some major ups and downs, but through it all, you have been my anchor. And sometimes my comic relief. I'm happier than I've ever been, and truthfully didn't know love could be like this. I'm ready to start living my life for the here and now rather than making plans to be happy someday soon. I can't think of a better way to start by asking you to be my husband. Will you marry me? Now let me just say, first off, down in the comments, can you congratulate Desiree and Robert? Let me know what you think. And by the way, Robert, I'm not asking you to marry me. Desiree is asking. So, and do me a favor, go ahead and comment right now, you guys. I'll pin the comment, and then everyone can kind of congratulate you guys. So, I've never asked someone to marry me on the vlog. Well, not marry me, but marry Desiree. So, congratulations, guys. I hope it goes well, and maybe I'll see you at the wedding. Take a look at these guys. They just hatched out. Little baby frillies.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, what are they? Oh my goodness. Holy crap, they're
They're
fast.
usually pretty good. If you take it off, you should be okay. They're just all waking up. It's funny, when they first hatch out, they're all just lay there, kind of like this guy here, but then they start waking up and they go crazy.
My goodness, they're so tiny. It makes you realize how much those first ones have
I
grown
know,
already.
we compared the size, it was ridiculous. They've like doubled their size. Aren't they cute? Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, they are.
They're adorable.
It's so crazy though. That's still like big to come out of such a tiny egg.
It
like,
is crazy, I know. Look at the size of the head too.
Yeah, that was the whole egg, just the head.
Aren't they cute?
Oh my goodness, so cute.
I know. I'm so happy. So it's been a pretty eventful morning. Obviously, we had a proposal. We had baby frillies.
Yes!
But the day is just beginning because we are about to head out to go to Critchlow's Alligator Sanctuary to go wrangle some alligators. I hope.
Now,
anyway.
why are there alligators in Michigan?
That's a good question, and that's a question I'll ask David about, but it's really just a refuge, like a sanctuary rescue place for when unwanted alligators or seized alligators, whatever the case, it's a place for them to go. Weird to be in Michigan, but today, of course, it gets cold in Michigan. Alligators don't do that well in the cold, I think.
No, they don't like it.
Right, so they have to go in for brumation, basically, and so we actually go and help get them and take them in for brumation. Don't know what exactly is going to be there, but I know they're excited to see Savannah from Gatorland to come. So you ready to gear up and get out of here?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's hope it works out. Let's get on the road. So we're about a half hour or so away from Athens, Michigan. Are you excited, Savannah?
I'm so excited.
And what's crazy is it's the perfect day. I've been out here like 4 years in a row, and it's always like cold and rainy. It is beautiful out here. I tell you what, this is a good day to move some alligators.
Yeah, I never moved alligators in the cold.
Well, it's not cold. It's going to be nice.
I mean, it's cold for me.
Yeah, it's cold for a Florida person. But hopefully there'll be some left. They actually started about 2 hours ago, so they were moving stuff, but they said they were going to save some animals for us, so we'll see when we get there. But and I'll talk about why we move them and all that stuff once we get there, but it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So we're here at Critchlow's Alligator Sanctuary. What do you think, Savannah?
Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun.
We haven't even started yet.
I know, but it's so great.
As soon as Savannah got here, she's just like percolating like you can't believe.
Rick is jumping my head for me. Once Rick jumps ahead, you're jumping body immediately after him.
We are actually noosing a pretty big alligator. Savannah's going to jump the thing because I've done this a bunch of times, so it's going to be cool. So Savannah's going to get some footage of jumping. I've got the rope for a tape because there's a cool technique where you tape the animal, but you put the rope in to where when it gets in the water, you can just pull the rope and it rips the tape off. That we don't have to struggle with the animal's tape. So here we go. You guys are going to be nice and dirty now.
I'm staying behind you.
Thanks, Casey. Are you going to hose them first? So the alligator got a little bit dirty, so they're going to go ahead and hose it off just so that when they jump them, they're not covered in muck. So we're going to give them a little bit of a wash off and then jump this big guy.
Oh, that's against dirty water.
Better than that.
Better than the green. You're all right, bud.
Now it's a matter of picking this guy up. He's going to be happy to move. So, but they did a good job. No stress at all to the animal. And then we'll eventually get this rope on that tape so that we can actually pull it off afterwards. So, again, got to get these guys inside because it's going to get too cold out here pretty soon. Trust me, that thing is all muscle. How was that, Savannah?
So great.
I know, we got some more coming after this.
Okay.
Do you want it doubled?
Yeah.
Video from this side?
Thank you.
Got it through?
Yep. Okay, give me it.
All right.
There you go.
There you go.
Got it?
All right, go ahead and drag him in there. Watch those feet. Second tub, we got a hole. Brian, we need you at the hole.
You got it. Pull?
Yeah, you're gonna pull it, but do not pull it till they're out.
Yep, 100%. Got it. Yep.
A nice little tug. Just like that.
Just like that. Good job.
Here.
All right, that's good. So these guys are actually going to stay in here during the winter. There's some heaters in here to keep it kind of at the like maybe 45-degree mark, so it's not going to get too cold, but they're just going to kind of go into brumation. But you can see that rope technique works out great because no one's in peril here. You don't have to take that tape off from any kind of a distance, so it works out really well. So one alligator down, worked out perfect. So Savannah, what happens to alligator? Oh my God. Savannah, what happens to alligators in the winter in Florida? Because, you know, it does get a little cold down there. Nothing like here, but we see we have to move them in here during the winter. What happens there?
Mostly they just go to the bottom, and the sun is so bright in Florida. They can heat up all day long. They can get in the water and go down low. Florida's pretty much tropical, so it doesn't really affect them. I know at Gatorland, all of our water is well fed. So it stays 72 degrees all year long, so there's never any fear of anything like that happening.
That's it. And it's interesting, you told me a story recently about like the fact that alligators, although they're kind of cold-blooded, sort of say, they can actually kind of maintain a higher temperature.
Absolutely, they maintain their temperature. You know, like we temp gunned all of our alligators and crocodiles last year when it was on the coldest day, and their temperature never got below like 70.
Wow.
So while people say cold-blooded, like the thermoregulation, I'm giving you a cut spot, right?
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
The thermoregulation allows them to maintain the same blood temperature pretty much for days, so.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We just got to get Medusa into her enclosure. She's coming out of the water, which is really good. And preferably if you don't have to noose, it's better, but if you have to noose, just to kind of keep it under control. Just until people jump on top of her, and then she's definitely not in a good mood right now.
Wait till that come first, guys. Tell me when, Andrew.
Go around that way. Do not get back there.
Don't let Phil
Savannah,
get you.
watch behind you. Don't go in the water.
Okay.
All right, pick her up.
Are we going out the door that Jen forget?
What do you think, Savannah? This is awesome.
It's awesome. What a great place.
Hold on to her. Do not let her go. Do not let her go.
Sorry, can't find you.
Oh. All right, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to slide her right in here.
Mr. C.
Hey, come here.
Go, walk her a little bit. Go. Come on, honey. Go. Watch my back.
Where'd that rat go? Where'd my rat go? Where'd my rat go?
And that's the way you move a big alligator. It's awesome. All right, so now we get a chance to jump another little alligator, probably about, I don't know, these are high school, so they're probably going to be 7-8 foot, something in that range. And I get the lucky chance of doing it in the head, so I'm the first one on. I love it. This is going to be awesome. So we have a bunch of little gators that we have to wrangle, so it's going to be I'm not trying to scare her in the water. So it's going to be amazing. So let's just go ahead and wrangle these things up and run a montage.
What you got there, Savannah?
You know, it feels like I just got home from Gatorland because this is how it is pretty much every day. Oh my gosh. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's awesome.
What an amazing time here catching some alligators at Critchlow's Alligator Sanctuary. Not to mention those baby frillies are unbelievable. Here's another video right here when the first baby frillies hatch. Here's a playlist of some stuff that I think you guys would like. Over here, can you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button? While you're at it, turn those post notifications on. Have a wonderful day. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.